Hello everybody, good evening, and welcome back to Minecraft. So guys, we had to do a quick server reset, so we're on a different server, but we got the same plan. So, I've been on here, kind of getting some things prepared, getting things ready, kind of where I want to be back at. I've already kind of started fencing off the little savannah area. My goal is to kind of do like a formed, cobblestone, terracotta kind of area, like almost like a rock formation across this, and then cover it in dirt. So it'll grow with that, but it looks like an arch, you know what I mean? And then there's a river carving through it. But I want kind of to show you what we got going on. Once we get this whole place fenced in, it's going to be a lot of wood. A lot of planning and everything. We're going to have free-range cows, free-range chickens, free-range horses. Apparently we have now free-range llamas on our farm. And then we're also going to do an area where this is like nothing but a huge wheat field spanning as far as we can go. Probably more on that side. Probably keep like the animals and everything over here. And do the whole wooded formation and everything over there. What we might do here to real quick is kind of do our little temporary bridge. Something where we can get across. Right now, I've kind of got our area down here where we're doing farms. There's our little bit of a wandering trader that's kind of been hanging out. Let's see here. Let me pull down the music just a little bit. At least in my ears it's loud. I don't know how it sounds in y'all's. But then I want to start connecting all of these together. And then here's, of course, the house. I'm experimenting with some gradients. I like the new tuff design that they kind of came up with. So I've already got some windows. I've already got some shutters going on and everything like that. I've got to get some more glass going. I've already got my fireplace going, which I'm going to extend a little more once I get some more clay. And then I'm probably going to break it up a little bit. I've already got the polished granite here at the bottom. Might break it up with just some regular granite and some polished granite. Maybe do a couple of like cobblestone patches. Like, hey, the bricks fell out, but we didn't really have bricks to patch it. Kind of get that rustic look going on. So let's see. A similar height looks like it's going to be right about here. And let's just go ahead and make ourselves a 2-wide bridge going across. And then we can kind of decide where we want everything to go as we get over there. But guys, welcome back to Minecraft. Hope everyone's having a great week. Sorry I have not been posting as much or playing as much as I've wanted. But it's been a busy couple weeks coming up to the holiday. If you're an American watcher, thank you for watching. And if you're around the world watcher, we are about to have our 4th of July celebration, which is kind of like our freedom celebration that we do year over year for our basically winning of our war and our Declaration of Independence from England back in the 1700s. So, I have the 2-part question. I'll say I froze there for a minute. If you are an American, what are you doing for your 4th of July? If you're here in America, I should say, not really necessarily American, but if you're here in America, what are you doing for your 4th of July celebration? If you are not an American, do you have any questions about 4th of July? Like any of our weird traditions that goes on? I know it's a lot of food and explosions, which will probably be a pretty good assumption to make about our culture that we do. We celebrate with a lot of fireworks and a lot of food and family. So, but that's our kind of goal here. So yeah, this is going to be a great wheat field, and look how big it is. I haven't actually explored this side over here, so like I'm probably going to cover this up with a couple layers of dirt. And then, kind of just all the way as far as the savannah goes. Kind of get all of these trees cut down make this an even, kind of terraform it just a little bit to make it a little bit more steppy, or rolling hilly, I should say. Not really more of like a sheer hill or anything like that. But that was my plan, guys. So it's kind of just be a little hangout. We are going to chop some trees down on this side, get things ready. We might even start the wheat fields because we are getting a lot of seeds. We can knock down all this grass and kind of terraform everything over here. Let's see, do I have one? I do. Now, I've already started a little mine area. Been doing pretty good there. Guys, I didn't catch it on camera, but I got killed by a zombie. It cornered me in the corner and just pummeled me when I wasn't ready. Was still pretty low on items, but overall wasn't bad. As you can see, my Optifine, I'm still waiting for that to get updated, so we kind of just have to support the developers of Optifine, and hopefully they will be getting to that relatively soon. For you guys that use different shaders, packs, and everything like that, do you guys prefer Optifine? Or look at the new wolves. Look at those. Look at those. We got to get some bones and make these guys friendly because their coat is just amazing. It is really good looking. I don't know why I'm getting a lot of server lag today, but I just am. Let's try to go over and do some sleeping. Kind of get our day. I don't think I have a bed on me. I don't. I know for sure I got one over here. And then what we'll do is this archway that we're going to make, we'll have it curve up and down. And it'll be pretty large. I'm hoping, 15, 20 blocks wide. I'm hoping to get that kind of archway going on. Let's get some light in here. I guess let's sleep. Get some light so we have some mobs not spawning, even though all of this is slabs. So hopefully things shouldn't spawn. But just in case, let's get some lighting up going. We'll have to go down and find some more areas, get some more glass. I love the copper doors. Just listen to that tink. Oh, it's wonderful. That's why I have some more copper kind of just sitting out, hanging out. Oh, there you have, Zambi has found me. And now the creeper has found me. Let's get you all away from my stuff. There we go. There's one of these in my junk drawer. I think it was just this one, yep. Oh, come on. Guys, I apologize. I got some server lag today. I do not know why. Where's this speed ray? Go get this speed ray. There we go. That'll take care of things. We'll put the string in there. And then as you can see, we got a few seeds. We've got, let's see what we can do to get all of that filled up with different areas, different seeds. And the grass is already growing. So yeah, we'll kind of just build this out a little bit. Why are they all just hanging off the cliff? The weird things you see in Minecraft. Let's just start over here and we'll work our way around. And we'll just chop some woods and have some conversation. Guys, I started watching some old Captain Sparkles videos. I don't know if you guys watch Captain Sparkles or not, but this one was like 3 or 4 years old. And he was doing a mod pack created by somebody where every time you broke something, it would have a 3-second timer to explode. And I don't know if you haven't seen that one or not, but Captain Sparkles is a pretty popular guy. Excuse me. I would definitely recommend watching some of his stuff if you are a new creator like me. Kind of help getting those ideas, getting those thoughts of kind of what works and doesn't work for Minecraft. And on that, I kind of wanted to do a really probably controversial topic while we're sitting here talking. What are y'all's thoughts on content stealing? It's one of those, it's really hard to say stuff, who did what first, you know what I mean? Everyone's got their record style. Everyone's got their build style. And I'll leave the people nameless, but there's a couple people out there that are doing the horror Minecraft scene who kind of, they're the reasons I got into horror Minecraft, because it was awesome. It was great. It's hilarious to play. It's fun to play. It's fun to watch. And as a new creator, it's kind of like, well, if that's what everyone wants, kind of what you do. Because they're seeing success with it, so let me give it a shot. Well, now, some of these mod pack creators and even content creators are getting their style they're claiming anyway, they're getting their style and their products stolen by other creators and other devs. Which is kind of like, the dev stuff is a little bit pain in the tuchus, you know what I mean? Like, you got to respect somebody's hard work on what they did to create their product, especially as they put it out for our use. People modifying it just a hair and then not giving any credit and taking the entire credit, and then not only that, being successful with it, basically stealing. But the whole creation thing, like if you're basically taking somebody's shtick and doing things exactly like they do, I think that's a little bit of an implementation there. But then that's the whole controversial topic is like, style is not copyrighted, at least not like on YouTube. I mean, you could say, oh, well, he did his thumbnail the same way I do my thumbnails. Well, everyone in a horror Minecraft always does their thumbnails the same. It's always going to be you being scared with Herobrine in the background and some dark lighting, and you do it at night. Everybody's doing that. But what are your thoughts on that, guys? What are your thoughts on, heck, what I am doing? Like, do you see me emulating and stealing other people's content? That's not the end goal. I mean, both of these people that I'm thinking of are Minecraft creators. They both have their own areas of fandom, but then you have one accusing the other of stealing his style and his shtick, per se. The way I would say that. And it's kind of like, well, what do you do about that? There's nothing you can really do about that, because then he would just complain on his applicable social media page. But then it's like, I wanted to, my axe broke. I wanted to kind of like mull over that before I commented anything, because I'm like, well, content creation, there's, is a finite item, where people aren't, most of the content creators aren't going to be mad successful like one of my favorite content creators of Markiplier. The man's made a movie. And he's made a movie off the video game called Iron Lung. Well, not too many people are going to go out there and start putting in the effort to make an Iron Lung movie. So that stuff's not going to be that hard to, or it's going to be a lot harder to emulate that. But creating Minecraft videos, creating Minecraft content, that's easy. I mean, that's me with low programming skills sitting behind my computer, just doing what I want to do for fun, and then posting videos on it. Let's see, do I have anything? Ooh. I already had some more clay cooking, huh? Ooh. Put you in there. Look at that, I got a whole nother stack. See, now I kind of want to do some decorated pots. I feel like decorated pots would look great. And this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to steal content. I'm stealing content. I'm not stealing content, but people had their ideas of when they do their porch. They stack their pots like that. Now, the Mikey Mike didn't come up with that. Is that stealing? You know, what do these do when I break it? Oh, at least I get my clay back. Yeah, at least I get my bricks back. But you see what I mean? Like, where are we going to draw the line point of what is stealing and what is not? Like, it's really hard for me to justify and sympathize with all of the individuals saying that their stuff has been stolen when there's just so much content out there to begin with. Let's see here. I need an axe. I got 3 left. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a sword. I'm using a stone sword. But, that's kind of what I've kind of been mulling over for the past 48 hours, because this happened about 24 hours ago, 48 hours ago. Where it's just kind of like, well, you're both way more successful than me, so who am I to say that guy number 1 had his stuff stole by guy number 2? And I looked into it, and it honestly, the accusation on the surface looks legitimate. They're doing the same content path, but one's claiming that he's stealing even my mannerisms and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, people grow as in what they learn to say and stuff like that. If, the younger generation, younger than me, say things that don't make sense to me when they say it as a compliments and stuff like that. But then you want to get offended when what you say or you come up with becomes canon. So it's kind of like, well, where do we draw the line on that? Like, one, as a content creator, yes, strive to create your own stuff. Like, my stuff is very low-key. I am literally just going to my computer and starting to record. That zombie spawned right in front of my house. But, I'm looking to do things like that don't shout together game. I'm not the first person to play those types of games, but eventually I'm going to start getting time to play that game, and I want to figure it out on easy, medium, and hard. I'm not the first person to do that, and I know that. But is that stealing? I'm very, very late for the Five Nights at Freddy's, so I probably won't even bother with that outside of playing it on my own. Really? Really? Get out of here. You really set me on fire. Stupid turd zombies. But you see what I mean? I'm hoping that makes sense, and I kind of want to open that up for discussion. because what would you do? I don't know what I would do. First, at my level, if somebody's copying my content, probably going to be a little flattered. Like, wow, somebody's copying the Mikey Mike. My best video I've ever made has just under 200 views. Who am I? You know what I mean? But then I could see being offended if you copied everything I did and you became more successful than me. But then that could be YouTube algorithm. That could be sheer dumb luck. That could be you did exactly what I did, but your thumbnail was better. It could be exactly what I did, but your voice is nicer. Your room is nicer. My basement's just kind of cluttered. So that could be anything. Is a minute change can make you more successful on a certain thing or not. But then that's the age-old question: is where's that line drawn? Like for me, if it's obvious theft, if it's the dev theft, you actually have proof that you are the original creator and you created an open source mod, and somebody take your open source mod and bastardized it and made it their product and then gave you no credit, then yeah, you have a right to be upset. Especially if you put a ton of effort into it and you're just trying to put something out there. Now, if you put it out there open source where people can modify it because people are going to try to have fun, then that's the thing. Like, you should have copyrighted it. You should have locked it where it can't be modified. I'm not a developer, but I'm pretty sure you could do all that stuff. But that's the age-old question. Where's the fine line that we're walking is going to be what we can do. Oh. Of course it wouldn't take two. So yeah, so that's kind of like my discussion topic for this episode is literally like, oh, I'm out of stamina. Where's that line fall? I'm not the first one to build a ranch-style base in a savannah and build a dirt bridge supported by a stone to make it look natural over top of a river, but is that content stealing? Who is to say you are the first, and who is to say that my random idea doesn't match another random ideas, because there's only going to be a finite amount of random ideas. What was in here? Let's do chicken. Let's do chicken today, guys. There we go. I am going to have to go. I thought I had some bread. I guess I ate all the bread. And that topic's going to be really hard for some people, because they're probably offended by me even asking, like, how dare you say that people don't have rights to their ideas? And that's not what I'm saying. People have absolute right to their ideas. But it's the year 2024. Outside of certain things, I find it hard to believe that your idea is so original that it's the first. But people can't handle the fact that that their idea is a good idea, or good concept, or popular concept, but it's not the first set of said concept. Like these guys arguing over these Minecraft horror mods. They're not the first Minecraft horror mod creator. They're not. They could just get over that point. In my opinion. but where do they go from here? Is the question. I don't think I have any more bones. Okay. Let's go over here and let's hoe some fields, shall we? I kind of just keep talking. I feel like this topic would have been good for a live stream, but I feel like doing it in a recording would be good because then I can get people's comments. I can get people's feedback. So let's have some open discussion in the comments. Let's not have any rude discussion in the comments. You want to be rude about things just because you have an opinion and you can't handle other people's opinions, then go to their other channels and cry. Don't stick around my channel. Oh, come on. 4? You gotta be kidding me. You don't want 4 of those don't work? Well, jerk. But whatever. So yeah, so this is kind of what I want to make. Going back to building, this is kind of what I want to make a little bit more rolling hillish, you know what I mean? Like, all of this is pretty good. But I'm kind of thinking, like, down here, this should kind of be the same level. So I think I'm going to cut all of this out. But then see how steep this hill is. So it's kind of like, where do I cut the terraformation off? Because I don't want this. So I need to put that back. But that means I can cut these back, and that means I can cut these back. You know, that's my goal here is, even if it's a bunch of one steps, I want to wheat field the entire thing. But then, like, that little bump I want to get rid of. These little bumps I want to get rid of. And I'm going to be adding dirt layers in as I go, because I want to get rid of that. So we got to add dirt here, but then I got to add dirt here, but then I subsequently have to add dirt here and here and here. See what I mean? So that's kind of my thought, and I am not a terraformer, so I definitely not going to say I'm an expert on this, but it's my thought of how I want to do this. And just listening to the crunchity crunch of some dirt for a little while. So guys, I'm going to do some terraforming and I'll be right back. And guys, got some terraforming done just to kind of show my thought process of what I want to do. Now imagine this being a solid wheat field all the way up to where those woods are. Wolves all the way over. This is going to get filled in. Speaking of that, I am out of pork. I'm going to come down here and get me some pork. Why is that a 2-hitter? Let me try the X. Hey. That's still a 2-hitter if I don't crit. Let me come over here. Wow, there we go. So yeah, so kind of light up that cave a little bit. We'll probably do some cave exploring, you know, in another video, on a live stream or something. But I seem to be stuck. Do I have any dirts? Do not have any dirts. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. But anyway, that's kind of my idea of rolling hills. Imagine this all the way over, every bit of this all the way around being wheat. You know, get rid of all of this grass and make it a big old wheat field. And then over here it's kind of like a natural bridge going across to our little house. You know, then we'll build a little structure over here. We'll have like a wheat collection area. I don't think I'm going to do any like water redstone, since this is kind of like supposed to be like nature farming and stuff like that. And this wheat field is definitely more of aesthetic once the wheat actually grows. But those are kind of my thoughts and my plans. We're going to be working on the house here either in the next episode. I'm going to try to get the shell finished. And then we'll work on like decorating the interior in an episode. I'm going to do some things off camera, just do things a little slower to make things a little nicer pace. So guys, I definitely want to thank you all for coming.
Your next one. All right, next one.
And I hit the wrong button. Haha. I want to thank you guys for coming. And my F5 is not working. Should be. Guess it is not working today, so I cannot see. You cannot see my lovely face. My F5's not working. So, guys, thanks for joining. This has been the Mikey Mike. Guys, hope my questions are not too hard. I know people have some struggles with hard questions these days. I want people to enjoy good in-depth conversation, especially around my channel. But if there's anything you guys want to talk about in the comments, feel free to let us know. Let me know. And I will see. Okay. Before I log off, my army situation is not good. I think I'm going to just let them go. But guys, I'll see you in the next episode. See you later. Bye.